Hello and welcome to On the Floor. I'm David Locke.
I'm Ron Boone.
And we are in Sacramento at Arco Arena as the Utah Jazz get ready. How's your day, Ron? What are you looking at?
Is this still Arco Arena?
No, it's not. Sorry. That's what he's looking. He's looking at me.
Trying to make sure where we are. Where are we?
All right, we are at the... Oh, wait, it might be Arco Arena. Look, it's the old logo. We've come back in time. Oh, but it's not Arco Arena. It's the beautiful new Golden One Center here in Sacramento. I almost forgot. There's Sam Amick. You can catch Sam Amick on 1280 The Zone every third. Sam, what day are you on 1280 The Zone? What day are you on 1280 The Zone? Every Thursday you can catch him on 1280 The Zone. And there, this is actually the coolest part of the Golden One Center. I don't know if you can see it up there, but it opens up and you can like walk right outside. It's interesting though, Steve Ballmer criticized this place because it's so beautiful and open that it's quiet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
That is an awesome setting up there. It's once you get up there, it's huge. I mean, it's not like it's the glass is right behind. It's huge to the point where there's a lot of traffic and it's really nice.
So here are the Sacramento Kings. It wasn't quiet in here when they were booing them the other night and they lost to Charlotte.
Oh boy, that was something. I read about that today when they were just, this team was an 0-5 start. Expectations were a lot higher than the start of this basketball team at the beginning of the year.
Well, I mean, no one thought they'd be 0-5, but what's interesting to me about the expectations of this team is that they talked playoffs here, but if you actually watch the preseason prognosticators, no one talked playoffs for this team. People talked about New Orleans breaking in, or Dallas breaking in, or some of the other, Portland obviously still in, and some of those other teams, but no one talked about Sacramento. Now the Warriors are going to be out. 3 months for broken hand, by the way. Did they just send the signal to us that they are shutting this stuff down, man? Like 3 months?
Like I said the other night when we were hearing about that hand heals slow.
You were right.
I understand because the bones are
it's going to heal in October.
Yeah. But the expectation of this team, it's a young basketball team, David, and I don't know how they could expect. Well, you don't expect them to be 0-5,
right?
But you still expect for them to struggle to win basketball games.
They looked better against Charlotte. They really lost to Charlotte because Charlotte shot 50% from three and they got unlucky. Yeah. I thought they looked a lot better against Charlotte than they did against us and they did against Phoenix earlier this year.
Well, according to Coach Walton, he's saying that this team is for the style of play that they want to play. That transition game where they push the ball up the floor and possibly take the first open shot. He said they're not in as good a shape for that style of play right now, and he thinks it might get better.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah, that's true. But with a weak schedule, before your first preseason game, did they go to Europe and play?
They went to India. It's bothered both teams. Actually, the Pacers went to India and Sacramento went to India. So I actually think that is a part of it.
It has an effect, yes.
John Hollinger actually was talking about that. He wrote something up about that on something. I left early because I had to go to Quinn. I thought Luke was feisty. His tone, he was trying to be very assertive, like I'm in control. I didn't see the rest of that press conference. Did he stay in that tone in that presser?
I thought he did, and I thought he got a little testy, but one reporter asked him about why you're changing shoot-around times or practice times and all that kind of stuff, so
after I left, he got even more testy? Because
it wasn't real testy. He just took his time.
Just assertive?
And made sure that he didn't get too upset by responding to the question.
Because I thought I asked him when they're in the half court, what are they trying to do offensively? I didn't think he was upset by the question, but I thought he was very assertive with his answer. It was like, I'm going to show you that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Then he went on, probably after you left, talking about, how they want to play, how they want to get up and down the floor, push the ball to the floor. He said, we got one of the fastest guys in the league with the basketball in his hands, and we kind of want to take advantage of that for the most part.
This guy right here, Rashawn Holmes, is now starting for him. He changes who they are. Dwayne Dedmon was their pop big, which actually was harder for us to deal with, but might have been a really big mistake for them in the offseason. And the numbers said that too, I'll tell you. Willie Cauley-Stein for them, as much as they didn't want to pay him, was good for them last year. And they didn't have any lineup that played over 50 minutes last year without Willie Cauley-Stein was awful. And the defensive numbers on Dwayne Dedmon in Atlanta were awful. And now they've switched to Rashawn Holmes 3-4 games into the season for their starter.
Well, the last game that we played against this team, well, the only game that we played during the regular season, was I thought Holmes gave us more problems than probably Devin. Devon's, he can shoot the three, and he definitely does. There's stretches and opens up the floor a little bit more. But I thought Holmes was maybe a little bit more problem for the Jazz in that ball game. And the Jazz hadn't prepared for, they'll prepare for him now.
There's an interesting little story. I'm going to switch notes to the Jazz. So Mike Conley posted a picture after the game. I think I showed it to you.
Yeah, you did.
Of Donovan Mitchell, and I asked Mike how's it. He chooses the picture, so this was definitely. Hey Joe, maybe send us a kiss today. So Mike Conley sent a picture, 2 pictures of Donovan. One was Donovan kind of jumping on him after the game, youthful exuberance, and the other was another one with them together. Joe also was in the picture with him.
You ever stop talking?
No, really. All right, I'll be quieter then.
Are you disrupting his rhythm or something?
I don't know. What is he, a golfer? Let's ask him, is he a golfer? Does he need everyone to be quiet when he shoots? We'll talk trash to him and see how he feels to that. And then when he goes out for 30 tonight, we're taking credit. So Donovan does this, and there's this great pictures on Mike Conley's account. And I thought they were really neat. I'll ask, get your thought on that. Like, I thought they said something about Donovan, actually, that he was so excited for his teammate and willing to be that exuberant and out there with his emotions and feelings.
Well, he's young and he's still excited about winning basketball games, and you can tell he cares about his teammates. I mean, he had fun with it, and not only him, was Joe Ingles involved in that as well. That's what you do with teammates, and just let them, hey, we care, we're happy for you, that type of thing. Which is great. He's been in the league 3 years, and he's grown in so many different areas, but that youth is still there.
Here's the interesting one about it. After the game, Mike Conley texts Donovan Mitchell about it.
Did he really?
I don't know what the text was. We probably can guess to some extent, but it clearly meant something to Mike as well. Enough that he took the time that night to text Donovan.
Well, that's awesome stuff. That means an awesome teammate. There's a reason he's been 2 years,
Teammate of the year?
Teammate of the year, or
Mike
Conley?
Yeah, he won teammate.
Not teammate.
Yeah, he won sportsmanship and teammate.
Of the year. I mean, just that kind of guy. So that probably meant so much to him, as the fans did. Once he got him going, I mean, the fans just really probably lifted him up so far up. His feet were barely probably on the ground after that, because that had to be a touching moment for him.
All right, I'm nervous about this one tonight. They're 0-5 and fired up. We're playing all right. I wouldn't want to say just a bad script. This one, we're suddenly playing 6 games in, I think, 10 nights in 6 different cities, or never in the same city twice. Like this one just has a funky little script to it with the Clippers coming up and the day in LA. I don't like this one.
Okay, let me ask you this then, because I thought about this as well, and not today's when I was prepping, but a few days ago, that last year's schedule we complained about.
Yep.
Is last year's schedule any different than this year's schedule?
This one's much more doable. This is our worst stretch, from my opinion, travel-wise, all season long.
Because you're in and out of town.
Yeah, because
let it fall right back.
Hey, the other one is, by the way, not to get too far ahead of ourselves. So if we could get tonight, go to 5-1. We then play the Clippers, the Bucks, and the 76ers.
Yeah.
If we can get one of those, just one, we're 6-2. Our next sequence of games.
Win tonight first.
Right.
Yeah.
Our next sequence, and I've just said, I think tonight's hard.
Yeah.
State again, Memphis again. And then we go east. If we can get through this next little sequence, there's some wins on the schedule for us.
That puts us in a great spot. How about getting a picture of this little logo right here on the floor?
How about with you in it?
1976, 75, 77, 78. Had that logo on my jersey. Played for the Kansas City Kings.
Had that logo on the jersey.
Which one?
Now I have it right.
Oh yeah, now you have it right. Yeah, that was it.
All right,
that is an old logo of the Kansas City Kings / now Sacramento Kings.
All right, we're gonna go take a picture of you like that and post it.